Sportcat's Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's that time once again for Sportcat's Daily Gazette. I'll be with you live for the next 2 hours on WZQR. Well, overnight live and replay on WZQR. Save myself in the face. And we're live on Dare Talk Radio in Australia. Please come over and find us on the Sportcat shows. We got a lively chat here. Oh, yeah, and then there's Brenda.
And then there's Brenda.
Hello, Denise. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the chat. We're glad you're here, as always. So, yes, please come over, like, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, we can see Brenda today. What's going on today with you, Brenda?
Oh, my God. I hate everybody.
Well, all right then. Why do you hate everybody, Brenda?
Too much stupidity going around for me, man. I want to go bury myself. I'm going to go live in a cave. I'm just going to make the fire and sleep on the damn ground and get away from people.
I'm going to escape to Key West. I've determined that after last night's show. So.
I thought about Florida might be kind of nice after all, but I'm going to have to be like inland. I can't deal with the hurricanes. Could you see me with a flooded house? I don't have pontoons on my chair.
You couldn't be on Key West. There's not I don't think there's any medical facilities on Key West. So
I would get stuck in the sand.
It would be funny. So
you know what? It might be. I would think I would laugh for a little while. Anyways, I gotta turn my phone off.
Last night's show was really good with David Sloan and then Seth. We had talk about the Kennedy assassination, and we had to talk about Robert the Doll, and then the ghosts of Key West. It was a great show. So
I don't know if you noticed, but if you would look behind him and watch the eyes on Robert, they move.
I didn't watch that. No, intentionally.
They move. They would go all the way over here, and then they would come back, and then they'd go all the way over there. You should pull it up and watch it. Watch it real close.
They were watching me, is what it was.
I think they were watching him, but
Yeah, I want no part of that thing. So I mean you no disrespect, Robert. Thank you for allowing us to have your other doll on the show.
I think he's cool. But Putin is asleep snoring on my pillows and my blanket that he has adopted. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blankets, but nope, he wants mine. So
well, like they say animals like to waller in things that stink. So
no, this is it's a brand new blanket. And I've only used it just to cover my leg, because when I sit here, sometimes my leg gets cold because I don't wear pants. However, that has changed.
Too much information. Yeah.
I have a kangaroo onesie with a kangaroo pouch with a little kangaroo in it. Well, I didn't think it came out. I pulled it and Putin said, "Oh, is that mine?" I'm like, "No." And I put it back in the pouch, and he's just looking at me like I'm stupid. And I got a walrus one with things for my hands and big old feet.
Please don't wear that on the show.
Oh, I'm going to one day. I'm not going to tell you.
I'll turn your camera off. Well, all right. Yeah. Getting something Chris said there made me think. Yeah. One of David's books is Sell Everything and Move to Key West. And I had already been looking at that book. I was like, get a divorce, sell everything, move to Key West. Huh. That's an idea. The price of housing there, though, is so expensive.
But didn't we talk about like roommates, and as long as you kept your hookers in the room, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, we talked about it, but
yeah.
And
or the bitch better know how to cook and do dishes.
Parts of Florida are going to get snow. Have you seen that? Yeah, down the Gulf, maybe even as far down as Tampa and Jacksonville. We're sharing the love. Yeah, this is a if it was a hurricane, it would be a category 2, but it's going to be a snow-a-cane. Yes, it's going to be a snow-a-cane. Luckily, it's staying offshore enough to where it's not going to have the hurricane effects on the coast, but they're going to get snow, like feet of snow on the beach. I'm so jealous. I want to go to Oak Island. They're going to get like 18 inches.
Remember, you're supposed to go to Coral Castle, too.
There's a lot of places I'm supposed to go. I got to get KG motivated. We got to go somewhere. I keep telling him we're going to go see a baseball game in Tampa, and he avoids me. And then, well, so's Chris. Chris avoids me. I can't make him get on that train either.
So when we go to Florida, we're going to take Denise and Chris with us and KG, and we're all just going to hang out down there, right?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah. Sounds like a party.
Yeah.
It's a party.
We could, instead of going all the way down to Key West to make it more convenient, we could settle on like maybe Cocoa Beach, something like that. So Merritt Island, one of my favorite places on the earth. So,
well, then we'll have to get like one of those red flyer wagons, and you just plop me in it and pull me along the beach.
Push you out to sea.
You dick.
I don't know what happened. I was sitting here, and then the time came in, and then I was like, "Hey, you can swim."
Well, I can, but like I said, I haven't tried it with one leg. I'd be afraid I would just be going around in a circle all the time. Human washing machine. Here we go.
I don't even know what to do with you anymore. So, Tybee Island, Savannah. Savannah's nice.
Hi, Jason. No, that's time zones. We go through time zones, honey. Doomsday. Yeah, in 2 hours and 9 minutes. Let's just all jump in.
Yeah,
I'm down.
We do need a clock for that. The countdown timer to death. No, that's our time now. It's 2:09, 14:09 on the East Coast. January 30. Thursday, January 29th. Last night I was actually worried I was having a stroke. 11:09, Denver 12:09, Chicago 1:09. For our friends in Australia, good morning, Perth. 3:09 a.m. Sydney, get up and go to work at 6:09 a.m. And Lord Howe, well, it's 6:10 there. So,
what time is it in Greenland? Our new country.
I haven't added that yet. So
our new state. Oh shit.
Oh no, there it is. It's 4:10. Oh. It's 4:10 in the afternoon today. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice. I forgot. I moved it up because Venezuela, we haven't made claims yet. So
we're gonna have to talk to
Elon. Military. So
we're gonna talk to Elon Musk and see if we can get some internet radio out there so people in Greenland can listen to us screw off.
All 56,000 of them. Yes. I would welcome them. So I would go to Greenland too. I don't know. I don't know that I could live there, but I would visit.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would. I would like to see more parts of the world. So yeah, I would go there. I mean, I've been to Greenland, but it was only for a brief period of time, like real brief, long enough to land the plane and grab a meal and then take off.
I mean, if they make it one of our states, then that means we wouldn't have to have a passport to go there, right?
That's correct. Yeah, you can go to Puerto Rico
that would
without
be
a
okay.
passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the Virgin Islands without a passport, the U.S. Virgin Islands. So, yeah,
Nice.
I mean, there's places you can go without a passport, but you should really have a passport. Everybody should have a passport. Yeah, actually, this was a controversy recently. They were saying that the government was requiring 2 IDs, and I was like, no, that's why we all went Gold Star, is because we showed our IDs to the government, and they're like, oh, yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would get a passport so I can go visit Russia. I was looking at some of their buildings and their architecture, and oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Closest I've been to Russia would be Georgia, which is a former, state of Russia.
Oh,
And,
I thought you were talking about the damn state you live in.
No,
I was going to say,
no,
moron,
no.
you never left your house.
No, Georgia, the country. We landed there briefly, and I was glad to leave. So I had a military escort to the bathroom.
You had a military escort to the
Nothing like trying to take a piss in a hole with a guy standing there that you can't communicate with, and he's holding a an AK on you. So
He should have farted, and maybe he would have ran.
nothing good could come from that conversation. So I just kind of went, "Hey, how you doing? Shrinkage, it's cold here, dude." But he didn't understand a damn thing I said. I got back on the plane. My nurse is like, should I go? And I'm like, no, wait till the next stop in Ireland. Wait till we land in Ireland, and then you can get off the plane. It's not safe here. So,
I'd be like peeing in a bucket and throwing it off the plane.
yeah. So, yeah, Greenland would definitely be a different kind of cold than Atlanta. So I don't know that I'm ready for that. So, like I said, I would visit. So. Well, we're almost at the full moon. Do you remember what moon this is?
It's the cold moon, winter moon.
Cold moon, the winter moon, and well, it's going to be winter. So,
are you shocked? I remembered.
No, I'm not. I'm
we have an eclipse coming up too pretty soon. Like,
I haven't seen that. So,
I think it's like next month.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check up on that. And now today we're officially 13 minutes behind.
Oh. Well,
there's something going on. What is the most we've ever been?
I don't know, but when we're a day behind, that's when we can start to kind of worry. But
I mean, 13 minutes is almost a quarter of an hour. So, I mean, honestly, Bumfarto. Yes, Bumfarto. Yeah. Interesting life Bumfarto had. So I was looking at the trivia, and I found one that we might be good at.
Oh shit.
Which means we're gonna suck. It's feline good about these songs. It is songs that have animals in them, cats and dogs.
Oh.
With a photo match. I think we can figure this one. What do you think?
Is Trump's song in there? They're eating the cats.
Oh,
They're eating the dogs. Really? It's not in there? That's a cat dog song.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
I am so fucked up today. It ain't even funny.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So we have to drag and drop to get the song name. So the first one is the Tiger Eye. And I'm going to
Eye of the Tiger.
That it's the Eye of the Tiger, but here is the trick. Who sung Eye of the Tiger?
Oh, it was shit. I know who it was.
Yeah,
Give
we're gonna
some names.
I can
Give
tell
me some names, and I'll tell you.
The Tokens: Ted Nugent, Henry Mancini, Harry Chapin, Sue Thompson, Elton John, Queen, Al Stewart, Stray Cats, or Survivor sung Eye of the Tiger. So, all right, we got one. And that was in 1982. The second one is Chris says Chicago. No, he said Survivor. Sorry, I just saw that. The second one is a picture of a guy. Looks like he's got a cat staring in the back. He's got a fever with a scratch mark on his arm. I'm going to guess that's cat scratch fever. And that was Ted Nugent, was it not?
I think that it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Ted Nugent. We can come back if we get stuck here. All right, so there's a cat in a cradle. So I'm going to assume it's Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
And who sung Cats in the Cradle? That was an old song.
Yeah.
Was it Al Stewart? Who sung Cats in the Cradle? This has been remade so many times. Chris says Henry Mancini. I can't argue because that would be about right. 1963. So yeah, that'd be about right. So the next one here is a lion with looks like it's got a moon in the background, a Milky Way, and it's on a cliff staring down. What could that be?
Oh, you got me.
Maybe you aren't very good at. Maybe you aren't very good at this. So, what's funny is they use Gemini.
Chris said he was wrong. It was Chapin. Chapin.
For Henry Mancini, replace him with.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, can I do that? No, come on, go back over there. I don't want to put that over there. Can I change it?
Probably.
Okay, there we go. All right, it's changed. No, Harry Chapin, right? Yeah. All right, so this next one.
Okay,
When the Lion Sleeps Tonight. How about that one? It looks like he's sleeping in the moon.
Oh, yeah,
When the Lion Sleeps Tonight. So who sung?
That would be it. That's a kind of an older song. So
would that be Mancini or the Tokens?
I'm thinking it was the Tokens.
Chris says he's a premature answer.
I'm gonna come.
All right. Denise says Elton John in 1972. When the Lion Sleeps Tonight.
I don't think it was him.
I don't. Well, let's look at let's see. So the next one is a pink cat. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, pink. What is that? A leopard? And it's pink and it's on a pedestal surrounded by leaves. A pink cat on a pedestal surrounded by leaves. That's got to be Man Sleeps Tonight. I know the name of the song. All right, so
and it is the Tokens.
She says it's the Tokens. All right, so we'll put the Tokens there. And the next one,
this one here,
it's a pink cat. The Pink Panther by Henry Mancini.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, got that one. All right, we're doing good here. It is a picture of a calendar. January of 2026 with the 24th circled, and it's a calendar with a cat on a couch sleeping. And it's a orange and white long-haired tabby. I don't know. All right, well, we will ponder that one for a moment.
Yeah.
This one down here, I'm going to say that's got to be Stray Cats and they're strutting. So the Stray Cats with the strutting was the Stray Cats. All right. So that leaves us with, this is a picture of a black cat with sunglasses on. He's got a nice, cool Coca-Cola beside him and a fan blowing on him and the word chill in neon above him. What is that?
Cool your pussy. Oh. Did I say that? I gotta stop thinking out loud.
This one is a picture of a cartoon cat outside of an Old West saloon. It says live country music nightly. The Meow Sick Hall is the hint. A cat with a guitar outside of I have no idea. And the other one is, what is this one? This one it is. It's a tiger on a desk with papers under him. Paper tigers? Maybe.
Paper tigers. Was that
Paper
a song?
tigers? I don't know. Well, we're down to Al Stewart, Sue Thompson, Elton John, and Queen. Now, we should know a Queen one, for God's sakes.
Well, we would if we could figure out what the hell the song was.
Well, what did Queen sing that had a cat in it? That's the best question. So, what did Al Stewart sing with a cat? Oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. Okay, Sue Thompson. I have no idea. From 1964, what did she sing? And then we're still left with Elton John. So Sue Thompson sang "Paper Tiger." Okay, well there we go. We got one
Cool
more.
Cat. That's what your chill is, and that's Queen.
That's Queen. Did you Google that?
No, not at all. Why?
Okay, just want to make sure. I don't want to cheat. All right, if you're cheating, I'm going to be mad. All right, so we have. We have a. You Googled that shit. I know you did. The Meowsick Hall, country music, and a calendar with a cat on it. And our two performers left are Al Stewart and Elton John.
Okay, well,
Honky Cat. Chris says Elton John saying Honky Cat. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that leaves us with Al Stewart sung the one with the calendar and the cat. I don't know what the song is, but he's the last survivor. So let's see. Survivor was correct for the Eye of the Tiger. Hello, Juan. Eye of the Tiger from 1982 by Survivor. And the second one was, which we got right, was Ted Nugent, and it was Cat Scratch Fever. So it was in 1977. Harry Chapin from 1974. We got it correct. Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
And then the Tokens from 1961 sang The Lion Sleeps Tonight. See, I was going to put Elton John on that one. And Henry Mancini from 1963, The Pink Panther. It's a jazzy theme song to the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
And number 6, Al Stewart. It was the Year of the Cat.
Oh, shit.
1976, a folk rock song by Scottish singer Al Stewart, Year of the Cat. Sue Thompson sung Paper Tiger in 1964. Man, our chat carried us on this. Elton John did sing Honky Cat from 1972. And the Stray Cat Strut, of course I got that one straight, from 1981, a rockabilly band. And then, I'm not sure if you giggled this or not, but it was Queen.
Giggled.
Cool Cat, a 1982 funk-inspired rock band.
And
So,
I actually, what I did, because I had the song in my mind, but I couldn't think who the hell sang it. And I was sitting here going through it in my head going, I know this voice. And I can't remember the name of the damn song. So I decided to put it in, and it ended up coming up clean.
So you're hearing voices in your head. All right.
Songs, not voices. Songs. Get it right.
Chris says your first answer was entertaining.
know, right?
I don't want to be downwind. All right, so let's move on here.
I've stuff going on. Oh God, now there's this guy.
Today's trivia: who is on the U.S. $500 bill? I have no. Is it Frank? No, it's not Frank.
Do we even have a $500 bill? I don't even think we have one of those.
I don't know. I don't know what bills we have. I mean.
Well,
I've never seen past 100.
If it was Trump, it would be him. So
it would be gold. So it would be green. It would be gold. So
I've never seen a $500 bill. So I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen one. I don't even think I've seen one in history texts. So I don't know who is on. All right. Well, we'll wait for the chat. Denise says we don't have.
We don't have one.
Right.
We're just that poor. We've never seen one.
The 25th U.S. president, William McKinley, is on the $500 bill.
Oh, So
How do you
who's
get a $500 bill?
$500 bills and the $1,000 bill? Who has those? Like the
Yeah,
rich
not
and
me.
famous people? I mean,
Not me. No,
not
no,
me
no.
neither.
Quote of the day comes from Groucho Marx. No man goes before his time unless his boss leaves early. Or his wife comes in. So one or the other. All right. January 29th. God, excuse me. On this day in 2011, the Ronald McNair Life History Center opens. In the summer of 59, a 8-year-old African-American, Ronald McNair, visited the segregated Lake City, South Carolina Public Library, but they only served white patrons and wouldn't allow him to check out any books. When he refused to leave, the police were called. And
On an 8-year-old.
The library begrudgingly relented when the officer asked, "Why don't you just give him the book?"
I know, right?
McNair went on to earn a PhD degree in physics from MIT and become an astronaut. And he was killed on this day in yesterday in the 1986 Challenger disaster.
Yeah.
It's been turned into a museum known as the Ronald McNair Life History Center in his honor. That's cool. I guess it was a generation before me, so I don't understand that whole, we got to keep people out of places. So, I mean, unless it's our country, and then I'm okay with it. Stay out of our country. Chris says, who got screwed over more? McKinley being put on the $500 bill, or Jefferson being such a huge force in the Revolution times? He was given the same lame ass $2 bill. They still print the $2 bill. So
yes, they do.
Yeah. Axis of Evil. This day in 2002, President George W. Bush uses the term Axis of Evil during a State of the Union address to describe North Korea, Iran, and Iraq. He used it to describe foreign governments that allegedly sponsored terrorism and sought weapons of mass destruction. Well, we still haven't done anything with Iran, and North Korea, he just saber rattles. So I don't like Mondays. 16-year-old Brenda Spencer, any relation, opens fire on children in an elementary school playground. She killed 2 children and injured 8. A police officer stated, "I don't like Mondays. This livens up my day." What? The Boomtown Rat hit, "I Don't Like Mondays," from 1980 was based on this event. 16-year-old Brenda Spencer opens fire on children and because she didn't like Mondays? I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Was it her that said that or the officer that said that?
Well, a police officer said she stated, "I don't like Mondays."
She stated that. Oh,
yeah.
Well,
so.
Shit, bitch. Fast forward to Tuesday. You might be all right.
Yeah. Wait till you get to Wednesday. It sucks just as bad. This day in 1977, the late Freddie Prinze, 22-year-old actor, died after a self-inflicted gunshot wound yesterday. He's best known for Chico and Chico and the Man with his catchphrase, "Looking Good." He suffered from depression and was going through a divorce when he called family and friends and told them his intent. Sad, sad, sad. If anybody out there is thinking about that, there are resources to reach out to. I think is it 211 you can call to get a counselor. So please don't do that. That's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So this day in 1845, The Raven, the poem by Edgar Allan Poe, was first published. And it was published in the New York Evening Mirror, making him famous instantly. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. This day in 1992, U.S. President Bill Clinton partially lifts the ban on gays in the military, stating that he would eventually lift it all together. I think don't ask, don't tell. I think we should just go back to that.
That's where that came from.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the most sense because I don't care what you do in the bedroom as long as you're a good soldier.
Yeah, and you're not
really
worried about whether your lipstick looks nice before you go find your gun because you're going to battle.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. As long as you're a good soldier or whatever your job is in the military, as long as you're good at it, I don't think your sexual orientation matters.
I had a friend who was in the military and he was gay, and he started off as a private buck nothing and worked his way up the ranks, and he did very well in the military. Yeah. He didn't have to go around, flamboyantly swinging his hairbrush or
a lot of
like that.
That's just sensationalism.
With the guys, and he did his job and he loved it. Yeah. So
I don't see a problem with it, but I know there's people out there that they'll melt at the thought, but I don't.
I'm going to tell you where the military.
As long as you're good at your job, I don't care.
I'll tell you where the military took a downfall with this, and it kind of expanded into other things, was when they brought out those damn cards. If you hold up a red card, then you're telling your sergeant he's stressing you out.
Wow.
And
what?
Yes.
I've never heard this.
Oh, yeah. The card.
I need a card for when you're stressing me out. I can hold.
You know what? You will never get one because I'll burn your damn house down, bitch.
Wow. Everybody remember that. I am not suicidal.
Oh, no, I'll drag you out.
Baseball Hall of Fame. This day in 1936, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, and Walter Johnson are selected as the first inductees in 1936.
Nice.
The first U.S. guide dog school was opened by Morris Frank, himself blind, found the seeing eye in Nashville, Tennessee, had brought the first U.S. seeing eye dog, Buddy, into the U.S. from Switzerland. Now, I don't want to sound discriminatory, but how can a blind guy teach a dog to be a seeing eye dog?
Well, the dog was probably pretty smart. Honestly,
you kind of like be able to identify there's a curb there, stop. And so do you identify that by walking and falling over it and go, okay, dog, you should have showed me this.
Let me give you a little dog intelligence. When I had both my Great Danes, my male was deaf and my female was blind. And when I took them into a store, if my female looked like she was going to walk into something, my male would dart in front of her and stand there, and she would go around him. And I never taught him to do that. He just did it on instinct.
Brenda, I think you just described a song. Blind, Dumb, and Dead. Never mind. Did you play pinball? Never mind. So,
what the hell are you talking about?
Who? Deaf, dumb, blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. So.
Oh, okay.
This day in 1861, Kansas. Welcome, Kansas. 1861, you become the 34th state. They don't hate us, do they? Is Kansas okay? I
don't know. I have a cousin that lives there that threw me away when COVID came about. So,
all right. Okay. Born on this day, Oprah Winfrey, 1954, best known as saying old white people need to die. Alan Balcom Dumont, born this day in 1901, an American inventor. He invented the cathode ray tube and the first home TV receiver. So shouldn't they have invented the TV broadcast before they invented a receiver?
I don't know.
W.C. Fields, born this day in 1880. Wow. 1880. He was an American actor. I remember seeing his movies. How is that possible? 1880. That's 1800s. I was watching an actor.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah, no kidding. He lived in 1946. William McKinley. Here we go, Chris. Here's the answer to your to your question. He was born this day in 1843, and the 25th president. He was assassinated by Leon Krasgals He signed the Gold Standard Act in 1900 using a gold pen to do so, and his portrait graces the $500 bill. He had a gold pen. Trump doesn't have a gold pen. So I bet if I messaged Trump and told him that tomorrow, you'd see you have a gold pen. Thomas Paine. Yeah, probably.
Denise, if you're in the chat, type yes or no. I want to know if Denise is in the chat.
Oh, okay. This day, Thomas Paine, in 1737, an American patriot. He wrote Common Sense, which advocated for American independence in the Age of Reason in 1795, which argued for deism, I don't know what that is, and the existence of a creator God, but criticized institutionalized religion and the legitimacy of the Bible after the American Revolution. Paine participated in the French Revolution, writing the Rights Man in 1791 in support of it. Okay. And then he was put in prison. So he was arrested and put in prison for trying to overthrow the government in prison, Paris. So yeah, well, then they let him out. So
what a shame.
To argue with a man who has renounced the use and authority of reason is like administering medicine to the dead man. Now let's put that in common sense for Minnesota right now. To argue with a man who has renounced the use and authority of reason is like administering medicine to the dead. Huh. Think about it. Ann Jillian, born this day in 1950, a singer, dancer, actress. What was she in? Besides, she was in the Ann Jillian Story. It's a Living. I know her from something, but I can't place it. Tom Selleck, born in 1945 on this day. We all know him as Magnum PI and in Blue Bloods as the commissioner. So
I knew him in Magnum PI. I'd never seen Blue Bloods. It's
a good show. It's one of those shows where if you watch one, you're going to be drawn in and want to watch them all. So I've not been drawn in because you've been binge watching like 10 seasons. Chris says Trump is pissed McKinley had a gold standard and he doesn't. So Catherine Ross, born this day in 1940, The Graduate, actress, Butch Cassidy and Sundance and the Colbys. Can't say that I remember her. Dorothy Malone, born this day in 1924. She was an actress. Written in the Wind, Peyton Place, and Constance Mackenzie Carson. I don't know any of those. Patty Chazefsky, a screenwriter. Paint Your Wagon, Network, and Altered States. Born in 1923. John Forsythe. We all know him from Charlie's Angels. Born this day in 1918. He was the voice of Charlie. And then he was in Dynasty as Blake Carrington.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Victor Mature. Born this day in 1913. He was an American actor, starred in many biblical epics. He was called a beautiful hunk of a man, but we can't have a picture of him here. So if it's a beautiful hunk of a man, why do we have a picture? Anton Chekhov was born this day in 1860. Russian author. We were Three Sisters, The Cherry Orchard. Okay. I'm sure there were great classic literature pieces that I never read. So let's see. I'm not going to go back to 470. Let's see here. 1954, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying in Love the Bomb political satire film, directed by Stanley Kubrick and starred Peter Sellers and George C. Scott, premiered today. 1996, the 6,138th performance of Cats, the play, or was it a musical, was held in London. So, music was Broadway's longest running musical was Chorus Line. So it was until that one. So today in sports, we talked about the Hall of Fame. And then we have Victoria Cross is established to acknowledge valor in the face of the enemy. UK,
I have breaking news.
Uh-oh. What's that?
I have breaking news. Chris, Glenn,
Yes.
Andy is watching the show.
Holy cow. We've got it. But we don't have a sighting, so we just have that Andy is in the audience. Okay, well, welcome, Andy. We're glad you're here. Thank you for watching, Andy. So we love you. We miss you. So let's see here. What else do we got? The Bear River Massacre in 1863. The Bear River Massacre takes place in present Franklin County, Ohio, after years of escalating tensions between the local natives and the white settlers. The U.S. Army attacked the Shoestone tribe settlement. An estimated 250 men, women, and children were killed. See, there you go. We just take what we want. So it's a sad history, but a true history. And we shouldn't forget about it. So we should always remember our history, not erase it. Let's see. 1979, on this day, President Jimmy Carter formally welcomed Chinese Vice Premier Deng Xiaoping to the White House. Okay. 1995, the San Francisco 49ers become the first team in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles, beating the San Diego Chargers 49-26. A bomb rocked an abortion clinic on this day in 1998, killing a security guard and critically injuring a nurse. The bomber, Eric Rudolph. Let's see. 2013, they ended the criminal probe of Deepwater Horizon. That I still say that was something more to that. So, in 2025, a collision between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines killed 67. Yep, we went live that night. Jurgs and I did, so we were live. All right, let's see what else we got.
Later when we get into stuff, I sent you something that Andy sent me for you to look at and share.
Okay.
If Andy says he's not sending those test messages, he's a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Damn it, Biden.
Oh, yeah. Biden doesn't remember making that. So today, January 25. January 25? Please, God, if I'm having a stroke, let me know. Show me a sign. Oh, wrong day.
Why are you trying to have a stroke, Glenn?
Last night, I was actually kind of concerned. I kept looking at my plate for dinner, and it was pork chops, and I kept saying the word pancake, and everybody was like, "You're saying pancake." I'm like, "No, I'm saying pork chops." And Wyatt, even he's sitting in his high chair next to me, goes, "You just said pancakes." I'm like, "No, it's a pork chop." And they said, "See, you said it again." I'm like, "What is wrong with you people?" So they had me convinced there but they said I said it, and I was like, "Yeah, let me just eat in peace. If I fall over."
They were driving you insane. That's what they were doing. They're gonna put you in home. I thought they were messing with me. Them and Wyatt even looks at me and goes, "You're saying pancakes." Like he was like, "Oh my God." even he was in on it.
Damn. I was like, "Well, they're good. Just leave me alone. Let me eat." So they were like, "Are you having a stroke?" And I'm like, "No, I'm eating pork chops." They said, "See, you did it again." Damn it, people. Today is National Puzzle Day. You can hear the little terrorist. He's raising hell about something.
Yeah, I heard him.
Auckland Anniversary Day. Curmudgeon's Day. What is a curmudgeon, Brenda?
I do not know what a
I've heard. All right, I gotta look this up. Is it a person that cleans chimneys? Cranky, fussy people. Curmudgeon's Day, celebrated in honor of all the cranky and fussy people in our life.
Oh, that's us.
Oscar the Grouch, Mr. Mooney from the Lucy Show, the old lady at the cashier, or your grandfather sitting on his porch. Blow them a kiss and wish them an interesting day. Curmudgeon's Day. So happy Curmudgeon's Day, Brenda. So.
Yeah. Same to you.
Free Thinkers Day. Kansas Day. Well, it's because they became a state. Damn it, I keep pushing that button.
They are?
Yeah. NASA's Day of Remembrance. And man, I had to put my mind on that one because I read that NASA's Day of massacre or something. I don't know what I was
Oh my
saying.
God. Yeah.
National
well,
Carnation Day, National Corn Chip Day, RNLI SOS Day. What the hell is that? It's an acronym for something. The Royal National Lifeboat Institute is a charity that provides 24/7 life-saving and searching services around the UK and Ireland. Oh, well, that's nice. And if you ever need them, just dial SOS. Okay, it's been around for 200 years.
Now, do you know why that it is Carnation Day?
No.
Because it's people in January. It's our birthday flower.
Okay. National Carnation Day is observed annually on January 29th. The flowers are amazingly significant for almost any season or occasion. National Carnation Day was established in honor of William McKinley, the 25th president who was assassinated, because he always wore a red carnation on his lapel. It was said to be his favorite flower. He said he wore one for good luck. So,
oh, he needs to stop taking that away from the rest of the people. Shut up. It's our birthday flower, damn it.
According to the legend, when McKinley was sadly hit by an assassin's bullet in the September of 1901, he took off the carnation he was wearing and gave it to a young girl. People believe luck left him when he took off the carnation. After his death, National Carnation Day was started in his honor. So, as he was dying, he took his flower off, Brenda, and you're trying to steal his day.
Well,
So,
I don't like carnations anyways, but still.
Shame on you. Let's see. Ganache Day. What the hell is that's a bean, isn't it? Ganache? Is that a bean? It's from Argentina. It's what is it? It's a
bean or potatoes.
That's not a bean. It's ganache. I don't know. Well, it's
like
apparently
hummus.
Associated with Saint Pantaleo, and I'm probably pronounced that wrong. Pantaleo, an Italian saint who was canonized as the 29th for his miraculous deeds. What the hell did he have to do with ganaches? I'd have to read this whole thing.
I don't know, but it still looks like hummus to me.
I don't know. So, place money under your plate when you're eating it today. So there you go. It's ganache day. So, all right.
Yeah, it's so cheap you can pay for it with your change.
We don't have too much change laying around anymore.
Andy said it's a pasta, not a bean.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, today is the 29th day of 2026 and the 40th day of winter. Yeah, well, it's not going to go away anytime soon. So
40 days have passed already since we supposedly got into winter.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see here. We'll hit this. This is from AP Live Updates. Senate Democrats block DHS funding package ahead of the shutdown deadline. So we're headed quickly to a U.S. government shutdown. So let's see. Trump Addiction Initiative aims to coordinate national response. Why do we call it Trump something? The Great American Recovery Initiative to address substance abuse in America, according to a fact sheet. The effort will seek to better federal align resources, sets goals, use data to respond to the addiction crisis. Will increase awareness on addiction, how to best help Americans can get treatment and recovery. And it's consulting with state, community group, faith organizers, and businesses. So, all right. So it's the Trump Addiction Initiative. All right. Whatever. Let's see. Frey responds 5 minutes ago. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey brushed off Trump's threat that he was playing with fire by not enforcing federal immigration laws. Our police officers will do their job, Frey told reporters after speaking to the U.S. Conference of Mayors in Washington. They're not going to do someone else's job. Frey said he was hopeful that the number of federal agents in Minneapolis will be reduced and that he expects the conduct of any remaining federal officers will change. But again, I'll believe it when I see it. During his remarks to the mayor's group, he said of leaders across cities of the United States, we are on the front lines of a very important battle. This is not a time to bend our heads in despair out of fear that we may be next, he said. If we do not speak up, if we do not step out, it will be your city that is next. All right. So what he's saying is they're just, if even though they're breaking law, we're just not going to put them in jail. So
did you know that the first step to going to the courts for immigration was done by Bush, and then Obama made it bigger when he made it so that the federal law enforcement of ICE, because they've been around for quite a while, they cannot be taken to court. They have a job to do, and they do it. And Obama fully opened it up to where no state, no city can sue the federal government over them being there.
That's part of sovereign immunity, isn't it?
It is. It falls under one of those, yes.
Yes.
And that was all put into play by Bush and Obama.
Well, sovereign immunity actually goes way back to.
Well, yeah, that does. It's part of it. But yeah, this just has been irritating me like you would not believe.
Oh,
I mean, just irritating me because, and it's not that I'm defending Trump. I'm defending these officers that were hired to do a job that all the other presidents had them do, and they've deported more people than Trump has already. But yet nobody remembers that happening, or it didn't matter. Why? Because, well, they liked those presidents.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of Trump derangement syndrome. So
it's just
ICE gave their version of what happened in Minneapolis the other day when they entered the Ecuadorian consulate. According to the agent's report, they were trying to apprehend someone that ran into a building that had a criminal record that turned out to be the Ecuadorian consulate in Minneapolis. The officers stated that it was not clearly marked and they did not know. So they, when they went in asking for him. So there you go. Of course, once again, we could always come back to ignorance is no excuse. So, but it's not marked. I mean, if it's not marked, but he's still at large. So, all right. The priciest gifts given to the Biden administration in 2024. Oh, Lord. Let's see. The State Department published the list Thursday. Most gifts are transferred to the National Archives, or GSA, unless the Treasury is reimbursed. In rare cases, they're kept for official uses. Here's the snapshot. An acrylic painting Maramba by Angolan artist Guziv Gata, estimated to be worth 19 grand. Whatever. He got a sterling silver train set worth $7,750. What the hell are you going to do with a sterling silver? Damn. He got a road bike and 2 crates of dates worth $7,000 from the UA immigrant. A bottle of Orman Jean perfume with an 18-karat gold necklace and diamonds from the Emir of Qatar and his spouse, worth $11,165. Well, we know who's getting that, so. Let's see. Trump takes no question during a cabinet meeting, and it ends with no comments from Noam Urbandi. And let's see. He called on 7 officials. Did they always make cabinet meetings open to the public, or is this something new he's doing? I don't ever remember
seeing one. But look, everybody wanted transparency, and now they're bitching because they have it. Okay.
No, I'm just asking. I didn't know.
I don't remember ever seeing anybody else doing that, but maybe once here or there. But he does it because he wants people to hear what they're talking about and give them the transparency,
I mean, I have no problem with it. I don't remember hearing it.
I'm
sure they probably have ones behind closed doors we never see.
Yeah, well, national security purposes, of course.
Yeah. Apparently, about a half hour ago, Trump asked President Putin not to fire on Kyiv because of the extreme cold. He says, I personally asked President Putin not to fire on Kyiv and the cities and towns for a week during this extraordinary cold time. He said during the cabinet meeting. He added that Putin has, quote, agreed to that. All right. Well, that's good news. 12:22. Yeah, it's free. Oh, it's frigid, horrible cold there. Yeah. Democrats block government funding package in Senate as negotiations continue with the White House to avert a shutdown. So, let's see what else we got here. Trump says he's opening U.S. air travel to Venezuela. Okay. All right. Let's see. Violations. The Make Elections Great Again Act. Oh, Jesus. The GOP election rules legislation has a long road ahead in the narrowly split Congress, with Democrats rejecting similar ideas as disenfranchising Americans' ability to vote. According to a one-page bill summary, states would have to verify citizenship when people register to vote. Voters would have to present a photo ID. States would have to use auditable paper ballots, which many already do. Mail-in ballots would have to be received by the end of the close of polling on election day to be counted, with an exception for overseas military. Mailing ballots to all voters through universal vote-by-mail systems would be prohibited. So why would we have a problem with that? I don't understand. But
I don't know.
You used to. If you wrote a check, you had to give an ID.
Yeah.
If you presented at one point in time, if you presented a credit card, you had to present an ID. I don't understand why people have such a problem just showing an ID. What's it?
Because anything to screw everything up. And you know what? You want to know why the Democrats are thinking that they're going to do a government shutdown again? Because midterms is coming up.
But won't that look worse for them, being they're the ones doing it?
Well, they're a bunch of idiots. I don't think they care.
No, they always any of these political parties. Whenever they do something, they do something for a reason.
Well, they still get paid, and they're prolonging their time in the square. You know?
They're in the public eye. Yeah. Jeez. Your baby could qualify for $1,000 with a Trump account. As a continuation of Trump's pitch to Americans on affordability in our economy under his administration, the Treasury and the White House are celebrating the upcoming launch of a program they view as a key milestone. Trump accounts. Jesus Christ, why is it going to be Trump accounts? Could it be baby accounts? As a provision of Trump's legislation, Trump accounts are meant to give $1,000 to every newborn, so long as their parents open an account. That money is then invested
and having a baby donut
and by private. That's what he wants. And the child could access the money when they turn 18. The U.S. Treasury event brought together an assortment of politicians, celebrities from Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz to rapper Nicki Minaj and NBC Shark Tank judge Kevin O'Leary to discuss the program and its impact on the economy. Backers of Trump accounts have said there's a way to help our children from low-income households build wealth. So yeah, every child born, was it between January 2025 and January 2028, or maybe it's December 2028, they're going to have an account. If your parents file for it, they're going to have an account with $1,000 in it, and parents can, I I don't know if it's going to be payroll deductions, but they can add money to it. There's a cap on how much they can add, and then the kids get it when they turn 18. I don't know if there's any right now. There's probably no taxes on it right now, but by the time they turn 18, they'll figure out a way to tax it. So,
yeah, like I said, that just makes me feel like running out and having a baby.
Yeah.
Wee.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, and then if you already have kids, I think under the age of, I don't know, I'm gonna speak out of turn, but if you already have kids, you can get one for I think $500. So I tried to explain that to my kids, but they were like, no, Orange Man's money's not good. And I'm like, money's money. So yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's I can't do it for them. So let's see. Minneapolis latest updates. Huge spending bill blocked during the immigration fight. We talked about that already. So nothing new there. Look at all these pictures. Look at this huge. How could I see this? Well, maybe you can't. It doesn't have a way of clicking on it. Okay, well, look at all this waste of people's time and money putting flowers and there. It's the site for the shooting for Alex Pretti. It was yeah. You do know one of the things about that a lot of people haven't realized. They keep saying they want an investigation. Well, after the incident, they tried to secure a crime scene. They were overtaken, and they called for local help. Local help wouldn't come, so they ended up having to retreat, and they told them what they were doing, and the local police showed up, and they were thrown out of the area. So the crime scene is gone. Well, not crime scene, but the scene of the incident is gone. And so that doesn't do anything, but if you believe that it was, an intentional act and it was a bad thing, that doesn't do anything but help that cause. Not letting there be a clean crime scene. So.
I've seen a video of that guy 11 days before
Oh,
this
yeah,
happened.
yeah, we're going to talk about that. I got that in the story, so yeah. So let's see. Are U.S. sanctuary cities less safe? Frey, we can't back down. Stand up for the liberties you hold dear. Yeah, okay. I don't know why you're holding a deer over your head, but okay. Shut down inches closer. Yeah, that's going to be the dominating headline for the next couple days. Yeah. Until one side gives. So, funding bill has stalled in the Senate over ICE. So, Trump border czar is apparently trying to de-escalate it. So Holman is the new boss in Minneapolis or Minnesota. The Senate is blocking legislation. Yeah, we know about all that. All right. Okay, we'll move on. Ilhan Omar attack updates. There's updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on. Let's see here. Let's get into some news here. We're almost on time. So we talked about that they're going to trigger a shutdown over the ICE enforcements. Senate Democrats are blocking legislation which would fund the DHS and several other agencies on Thursday, bringing the government a step closer to a partial shutdown if Republicans in the White House do not agree to new restrictions on the surge of immigration enforcement. So basically they're saying we make the law. We got to bend the knee to us. This was great. This was great. Senator Dick Durbin displayed an obviously AI fake photo on the Senate floor when he was arguing that we shouldn't be funding DHS. And, well, the picture is generated with AI. Oh, where's a close-up of this picture? Well, that's kind of going to give you a close-up. And as soon as I saw the picture when this one came out, it is obvious AI. How do you see how it is AI? Or can you tell how it's not AI? I mean, there's more than one way. But the big one is the guy in front doesn't have a head. the guy in front, not the other two that are standing.
I see
The
what
guy
you're
that's
talking
on his
about.
knee has no head. And Senator Dick Durbin is up there using a photo to prove his point and going on waving his arms up in the air and getting all heated about this with this huge poster-sized photo. And there's a headless officer in it.
Good work, Durbin.
You can't make this up some days. Yeah, he
Oh
was
my
up there.
God.
Yeah, so headless Customs Border Patrol agent to push the narrative. So this is gonna be like the Headless Horseman. So the dude sat on the invisible low chair. Oh God. Yeah, he has no head. I wonder if anybody pointed that out to him. I just can't.
I would have.
Yeah,
I would have been like, "Hey, stupid, where's his head?"
Yeah, we're gonna bypass what you're talking about because you're too stupid to see an obvious AI fake photo.
we have headless.
Don't they have people? Don't they have people that could do something to research this? But oh my God! So this is you remember the Virginia Attorney General? He won. Remember, he wanted to kill his opponent's children or something. I can't remember the exact quote. Well, This is a Democrat candidate in Ohio for AG, and he is getting backlash for his comments about Trump. Now, I'm going to read his comments, and you tell me if you think they're inappropriate. He said he planned to, and I'm quoting him in this, I'm reading this from a news article used to YouTube. If you're AIing me, this comes from an Ohio newspaper where they are quoting him as saying that he planned to, quote, kill Donald Trump.
Oh.
He's running for attorney general, and he says this. He will be the chief law enforcement officer if he wins the election. And then he says, well, wait a minute. I want to tell you what I mean by I'm going to kill him. I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed of capital punishment. So he tried to legalese his way out of getting a Secret Service visit, but he's not backing down. So yeah, he's saying he stands by it. He's going to be the chief law enforcement officer for Ohio if he wins. I don't understand. He says he broke no law. It was protected under First Amendment speech as it was a social media post. What do you think? Do you think I think there are certain things that you can't say no matter what. And I think that's probably one of them. So, but he sees there's nothing wrong with it.
You got to be a little bit more professional.
Yeah, he's on the ballot. So. What's going on with you out there in Dilley, Texas? You know about this, Brenda?
What's going on in Dilley?
Department of Public Safety, Texas Department of Public Safety is having to come in riot gear in the Dilley area. Protesters are gathering in South Texas at a family residential center to draw attention to the fact that a 5-year-old boy from Minneapolis is being held there by ICE. They had to bring in DPS officers, and arrests were made, and this clash has turned out to be rather fiery. They had to shoot pepper spray into the crowd to disperse, and then they ended up having to make several arrests. So what's going on out there, Brenda? Did you know about this?
I don't know. I didn't know about that. I knew about some other things they were doing, but I didn't know about that.
Well, after they cleared him out, the initial confrontation, everything calmed down, according to the article, but dozens of protesters remained outside peacefully, calling for the child's release. So I guess they run off a huge crowd. So
now, do they have a child there?
That is supposed to be. You remember the child was was made famous because they took him back to his parents after his dad run. His dad was here. Well, the whole family's here illegally, but his dad is a criminal and he fled, and he is the child that was left in the back seat of the car. And when they went to the house to give him back to mom, well, turns out mom's cousins, brothers, sisters, uncles, nephews, everybody in the house was here illegally. So they all got on a plane and they're in Texas. So they're saying that he's being illegally detained. We're holding children. We're holding him with his family, for Christ's sake. So, if you don't want your kids to be affected by this, here's a novel idea. Go home.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is what you were talking about. New video shows Alex Pretti in a scuffle with officers in Minneapolis 11 days before his death. This comes from AP. He was forcibly taken to the ground by federal immigration agents after kicking out the taillight of one of their vehicles in Minneapolis during a protest 11 days prior to the incident. Video shows that the scuffle was captured on a pair of videos. He was shouting things at the officers, struggling with them. He spit on one of them. His winter coat comes off and he breaks free, or the officers let him go and scurries away. When he turns his back, what appears to be a handgun is visible in his waistband. At no point do the videos show him reaching for the gun, and it is unclear if the federal agent saw it. I'm going to take a guess they probably didn't see it. So the new video has rekindled the national debate about his untimely death. So, but lawyers say new video does not excuse the shooting. So, you can go online and see the video if you want. But it's out there. He kicks a police or it's not a police cruiser. It's a police SUV. It's probably a rental. I think we can find the video of it somewhere. But and he was yelling, "Assault me." Apparently he was very violent. Even according to his ex-wife, he was very violent. She said she hadn't spoke to him in 2 years. So, in the footage that is circulating, you can hear him yell, "Assault me, mother effer," at federal officers while spitting on them. So, he seems like a nice guy. He wanted a confrontation. So he was looking for a confrontation, and that's what he got. So, it makes me wonder, and I'm not trying to say this is the thing, but there is such a thing as death or suicide by police officer. I wonder if maybe, I don't know. It seems as though he was looking for something, and he got what he was looking for. So, you can see the video. It's all over the internet, and then they tackle him, and apparently he gets away, or they let him go free, but you can see something in the waistband. Homeland is investigating the footage and the incident. So it appears like he just kind of scurried off. So a bomb cyclone, Brenda. Well,
I hear you. Boom.
Do you have weekends plans? Well, you might want to get your stuff in order, because much of the East Coast this weekend has got a mid-latitude cyclone. It's rapidly intensifying, according to NOAA, and what's going to be called a bomb cyclone, which is equivalent to a winter hurricane this weekend. And it is projected, as it goes up the East Coast, to be a nor'easter. So it'll be tropical. No, it won't be tropical storm. It'll be winter storm Guyana. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. GHI, something like that. IANA. I don't know. Chris says, shows he was an obstructionist and not some guy exclusively up helping old ladies. So the snow is set to come to be heavy along the coastline, the Carolinas, up to New England. But the bullseye for this Noacane is pretty much from Myrtle Beach to Chesapeake Bay. And it's going to grow in intensity, and it's going to sit there, and it's going to just hammer the coast. It'll be far enough offshore to where it's not going to be a full-on hurricane, but it'll be close enough to where you get the storm and the winds. So, yeah, more of it coming to Nice. I'm sorry, you get a nor'easter coming. So, the way this occurs is when the barometric pressure drops at least 24 millibars in 24 hours, and that's the lower pressure gradient. And what happens is the low drops into the high, the two fronts merge, they get energy. This one, it will start its rotation around the low pressure, and then the cold air will be displaced in the warm air going up, and it's going to be getting water off of the Gulf of America, and as it goes up the Atlantic. So, yeah. A snowicane. Are you ready for a snowicane, Brenda?
No. But
Brenda,
I think it would be kind of neat, though.
Yeah, well.
I'd like to see pictures.
Well, we're probably going to see lots of pictures. It reminds me, Monica was supposed to send me some pictures yesterday. Winter storm that has crippled the country. Well, are you prepared for the next one? Tens of millions are digging out from the massive and historic winter storm. 250 million people are now currently under advisories for dangerous cold temperatures, and there's still almost 1 million without power, according to this article. We'll look and see if that's the case. So they are urging you to stockpile prescription medicines if you want to be prepared for this upcoming storm, keeping you and your family safe. This is funny. I need to print this out. This is the Wellness Company Emergency Medical Kit. And I'm sure you can probably buy this, but included in it is certain drugs, amoxicillin, Z-Pak, doxycycline, several antivirals, a flu, Zofran, which is to keep you from being nauseous, and an emergency medical guidebook. Now, I'm not endorsing this or saying this is what you should get, but if you want to worry about your family and keep some things, this would pretty much be an essential kit. Now, me being more the homeopathic type, I would recommend stockpiling some garlic, oregano, elderberry, vitamin C, especially in zinc. And then you could also consider getting a serious first aid kit, which apparently they also sell, which has an EpiPen, Keyflex. Well, that has basically Medrol. So yeah, I would check these people out, the Wellness Company. So Chris says ivermectin is poison. I was told so by the media. More reason to go buy it, Chris.
Hey.
So, there you go.
Can't take anything when your head hurts now.
Yeah. So the Wellness Company, if you are interested in stockpiling your prescription medication, the Wellness Company Medical Emergency Kit. I'm not endorsed and I'm not recommending, but I'm saying we've got a pretty massive winter storm coming. This probably is not going to be the only one we get, so it's better to be prepared than, what is it? Be prepared than be scared. Is that the way they say it, Brenda? So,
No, there's another way to say that. I'm just trying to think of what it is.
Well, the National Guard in Mississippi has been dispatched to clear roadblocks, fallen trees, and they're going to assist Tennessee. They have 1,000 linemen still scrambling to restore power to Nashville and many of the areas in the southern states. And as they're trying to do this, in extreme cold, but there's going to be an extended deep freeze that's going to be coming to the south. So if you're not prepared for the cold, get prepared, because for the next 7 days in the south, it's going to be cold. They're estimating that 300,000 homes and businesses still have no electricity as of yesterday. So we're going to check poweroutage.com here in a second, and we'll see what the current ones is. So yeah, we're still digging out from the last one. Let's see here. What states? Well, Tennessee is yellow with 99,000. That's almost 100,000. Mississippi, 98,000. Well, it might as well be 99,000. There's another 100,000. 50,000 in Louisiana. 13 in California. I don't know why. 10 in Texas. Kentucky 7,000, and Florida and Colorado both have 4,000 out. So yeah. Don't be scared, be prepared. There you go. Don't be scared, be prepared. There you go. That's it. Ryan Hall, y'all. That's right. I think I got his map coming up here in a minute. So if we don't run out of time. But yeah, so basically Tennessee, Mississippi, and Louisiana are still digging out, and Texas as well. But Texas is they're doing much better. But that area right there, that was the area that was hit most by the ice. And it's taking them a while to get in there with the trees and the lines. So Tom Holman, this comes to us from PM Magazine, Prime Meridian. Tom Holman warns justice is coming for signal groups that are organizing attacks on ICE. Border Czar Tom Holman has said that justice is coming when it comes to the signal chat groups. They've been coordinating and trying to obstruct ICE and law enforcement. According to a press release that Holman said today that he is aware of it and he is not going to answer a lot of questions because he does not want to, and I quote, show our hand, but justice is coming. So there we go. Let's see. That's pretty much everything we just said. You can get that article at PM. Nicki Minaj. Do you know who Nicki Minaj is, Brenda?
Yep, sure do.
Here's the thing. I don't know that I do, but apparently she's a big deal. I probably have heard her stuff, but
you know her music if you heard it.
Probably. I'll go YouTube it after the show. Here's the thing. They're making a big deal out of, apparently she says she's Trump's #1 fan and she bought the Trump gold card, but they're making fun of the fact that she held hands with the president. It's a big deal. Why is it a big deal? Why are they so fascinated in his hands? So I don't understand. So yeah, Trump accounts is what he was taunting yesterday when Nicki Minaj showed up, and he didn't know she was coming. So and they were okay. They're talking about the visible bruises on his hands, and then with her nails. Good Lord. I just don't understand. General gave us, I don't know. They just make a big deal on Nicki Minaj holding his hands and her long nails and him. I don't understand it. Hey, KG, welcome. I don't understand it, but yeah, there you go. There's the picture if you're interested. It's all over the internet. Lindsey Graham is set to introduce a bill to abolish sanctuary cities. Well, that's a good idea. So when's he going to do it is my question, because they're out until Friday. So until the Senate gets their act together, they're out, which means they may be out for a while. So I don't know. The Congress is out. If he wants to get it passed, right now they're trying to worry about the Homeland bill with DHS funding. So when is he going to do this? He says he's working on legislation to do so. He's drawing it up. So, well, let's get over one thing first and then tackle the next. Let's get the country funded and not shut down. Did you hear about this, Brenda? A New Orleans police recruit was arrested after being discovered to be an illegal alien. Yeah, federal immigration agents arrested a New Orleans police recruit this week, removing him from service and prompting questions about how the department screens candidates after it was revealed that he was here illegally. He was an illegal immigrant. They took him into custody, and the police chief would not identify the recruit or provide further details. Wasn't she a police chief in some other bad incident? I don't know her history, but I think she's not been a very successful police chief. So she said that he had no criminal background based on his checks, and he passed the E-Verify system. We've heard that before. There was the one in Maine that supposedly passed the system, and he was in the academy. So that's 2 police officers that have been taken into custody that were here illegally. So if we get any more news about that, we'll let you know. And Brenda, I know you'll like this story. The bananas and rice woman. Do you remember her? She was the Somali who stood up there and said that it's kind of like bananas and rice. Well, turns out she's here legally, and she was arrested yesterday. So she was one of 16 who were accused of participating in a riot in assaulting federal officers, according to the DOJ. That happened when Pam Bondi announced aggressive enforcement actions after the deadly clash between protesters and ICE. And so, yeah, she was one of the ones arrested. So the bananas and rice girl. Yeah, good news. The lady that went viral for saying Somalia is more than bananas and rice has been arrested for assaulting federal officers. Seems normal. So seems normal. Yeah, I think you're correct there, Norma. I do believe you're correct on that. The substance in the Ilhan Omar spray, you've heard about this, I know, Brenda. It was determined it is apple cider vinegar, which is a common kitchen item for some. Scientists made the determination, according to a law enforcement source. Let me back you up a little bit. It wasn't scientists. It was actually the hazmat team that was on scene. It wasn't scientists, so that's a poor quote, or somebody that doesn't know. But yeah, hazmat teams did actually come in and investigate after the room was cleared out after her speech, and determined that they didn't release it to the public, but in their report, you can clearly see the local fire department, Minneapolis hazmat team properly identified it as apple cider vinegar, common cooking ingredient. So they do have pirates. Do they wear patches over their eyes? So, all right. If you're in DC, more bad news. There's a small geyser of poop water flooding into the Potomac. The collapse of the sewer line carrying wastewater from Virginia and Maryland isn't affecting DC's drinking water, though. But an estimated 14 million gallons of human waste is going into the Potomac River daily. So when I grew up there, we used to worry about the Potomac whitefish. I know that KG will think about it, but Potomac whitefish was condoms that would be found floating down the Potomac River. So now it's a total different thing. 40 million gallons. So, and if you want to put that into proportion, you could think about that is apparently 66 Olympic-sized swimming pools daily. So, yeah, they're saying it's bad. Water has been taken near the rupture and found high levels of E. coli. In fact, it's 12,000 times higher than the recommended limit for human contact. Oh my God. So the entire Potomac River is a hazmat scene. It's just bubbling up like a small geyser, 2-3 feet in the air and running in every direction, according to the press release. So yeah, so now we're gonna have to worry about all these millions and millions and millions of gallons of sewage in the Potomac River. That definitely isn't going to help the Chesapeake watershed any. So, but it should not affect the drinking water for DC. I don't think it'll affect the drinking water for Virginia either. Not sure about you in Maryland, Andy. So you got a small geyser of poop there in the Potomac. When Bush was president, they kept the river. So when Daddy Bush was president, they kept the river very clean because he had Marine Boat 1, and he would be out fishing, bass fishing on the Potomac on weekends during the summer. So let's see. We talked about this already. Trump's give $1,000 to every child. It's hard to invest with free money or argue with free money in an investment. So we talked about that. Minneapolis is drawing down. They're working on plans. Basically, they're going to conduct targeted operations, and the local police are going to help secure so that it's safe for them. and they'll be able to move some of the ICE agents out. So that's good news. So we'll see if that keeps happening. So, and DHS is investigating a woman who tried to buy a gun, and I quote, and I'm reading this article, YouTube, from Border Hawk. Authorities have launched a probe into a woman who repeatedly attempted to buy guns with the stated goal of murdering federal immigration officers. So DHS announced the probe, which is being conducted by, of course, ICE and Homeland, with the New York State Police. On 2 occasions, a female U.S. citizen made disturbing admissions while trying to purchase a firearm in Kenmore, New York. She reportedly stated that she wanted to, quote, and I'm reading, this is a direct quote from them, buy a gun to protect herself from ICE agents and to also kill ICE agents. She put this on paper. Not very bright. So, yeah. I'm not even going to read the rest because of what they call the ICE agents. So they've launched a probe. ICE has ended increased enforcements in Maine, according to Senator Collins. This was breaking news as we come on. In a post on X, they said ICE is going to be drawing down and that there's no ongoing planned large-scale operations. So they've been in talks, and apparently they're up there and they've got what they want and they're moving on. So they're in Atlanta here today. So protests erupt in California. This is using one of the ICE trackers. If anybody knows where these apps are, how they can be downloaded, I'd love to see them. This was one of the ICE trackers. A waitress apparently reported that in her restaurant there was ICE agents, and so they dispatched a crowd. They had to send LAPD officers out there to the Linwood restaurant. There was a large crowd of anti-immigrations and customs enforcement ICE protesters, but what they misunderstood was that these weren't ICE agents. They were TSA, Transportation Security Administration officers. So dozens of people gathered. Police had to be called. But there's a huge difference between a TSA agent and ICE. So, yeah, apparently a waitress called them. They ended up having to have security come help them get out of the restaurant. So, yeah, it appears that the waitress ratted them out. But she said that the TSA, she thought the TSA officers were ICE. So now TSA does operate under a division of Department of Homeland Security, but it's a total different branch, different job. I don't even know if they're armed. I would assume there are probably some that are, but at any rate. So I thought that better. Yeah, here we go. It was a very intense scene. They had to call the sheriff's department and LAPD out there to defuse the area after the ICE tracker was alerted that there was ICE agents in her restaurant. So there were people outside with megaphones, and they were all standing around recording. And somebody said, "You do realize they're TSA, right?" With the lady's face, you do realize they're TSA. She's one of the protesters, and she didn't know the difference between there. They're still bad people. So,
Wow.
Accordingly, the mob ringleader said the group, well, they're not affiliated with ICE, but they deserve to be harassed because they were, and I quote, white privileged males. So they changed.
Oh my God.
Yep, they changed it. Well, okay, they're not with ICE, but they're still white males and they have privilege. So,
Oh, for the love of God.
apparently they were software and federal agents for TSA. So, oh my God.
Hi, Monica.
Yeah, that's just great. Hey, Monica, welcome. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar she's announced that she is going to run for mayor now that what's his doodle's not running anymore. So she's announced Tim Walz, that's his name. After he announced he would not run for re-election. So she's a 4-term senator. Good to get her out of there. Now let me ask, if she doesn't win, is she still going to be a senator? So,
I don't know.
Yeah, so she's running. Yeah, whatever. Good for her. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. This is a quote from yesterday. This comes from Reuters. He rules out running for elective office, saying never again. Yeah, you probably can. He's 61, and of course, he lost his bid to be the second in command of the United States on the Democrat ticket. And he's still the governor of Minnesota. He's not going to run for election. He says, I have no political consideration. I will never run for an elected office again. Never again.
Well,
He says, I know they hate me personally and they take it out on my constituents. So, yeah, it's not that we hate you personally. You're just stupid. So, he's gone. She says she posted it. Oh, okay. All right. I'll go check it out. I added you yesterday. So, yeah, I was afraid you would block me. So, Brenda, good news for you. The
What?
CDC says the life expectancy is now at a record high of 79. It's more than a half year an increase over the past year. So we are saying that our average American life is 79. But yesterday there was a study that says if you're a night owl, you have to subtract 10% of that. So I don't know. You'll be dead like next year, Brenda. So
yeah, I'm a night owl.
yeah. Deaths related to drug overdoses are declining. That's also good news. So death rates in pediatrics and young children is also declining. So that's also good news. So in the past, a female born in 2024 is 81.4, and for a male is 76.5. So actually, you're going to live longer than me, Brenda. Damn it.
Well,
Damn it, man. All right. In case anybody's wanting to go out and protest this weekend, there's a place you can go to, iceout.org. And I pulled it up because this is supposed to be a big thing. I know it's Friday, and this is supposed to be some huge thing. And I expected dots to be all over this map. I mean, I expected it to just be lit up, but that's not as big as I was thinking. And here in Atlanta, they've already told school kids that they walk out, they're going to be punished. So I'm like, yeah, I was expecting to see something more like this, which is, this is where this is called iceinmyarea.org. And you can zoom in and it gives up to, well, it's supposed to be up to the minute. I'm sure it's not. Let's look at Atlanta, since I know they've been in Atlanta today. Well, that's Roswell. It's Marietta. What is this up here? Ice reported on Peachtree Road in Suwanee. That was reported. That's a couple days old, so this ain't updated. I have been looking to find one of the websites, because I'm not going to sign up for an app. I'm not going to put my information in an app or let my phone get that tracker information. So I was trying to find a website that would show us, and I can't find one. I did find, hold on, let me bring this over here. Did find this one, and it says this is at Stop Ice Alerts or stopice.net. And this is a yellow, which is a sighting. And it says 2 unmarked black Ford SUVs are headed down United Avenue. All right. So that's a more recent one. So, but it wouldn't let me, I couldn't zoom out. Well, yeah, you can, but it's not. Okay. Well, that's better. I guess it's been updating. What is a black? Unconfirmed. All right. So yeah, Stop Ice Alerts or stopice.net. If anybody finds one, I just want to see, because they're doing this in real time. What is this read? Confirmed. Urgent. Ice confirmed. Milledgeville, Georgia, January 28th at 1441. They were at the Walmart, Brenda.
oh God.
Those bad guys. So, if anybody finds one, this is stopice.net, and the other one was iceinmyarea.org. I'm not going to sign up for an app. It has to be something online you can view for free. If anybody has one, hit me up on X at Sportcat, or if you want to send me a message or email sportcat@protonmail.com. I just want to see it for academia purposes. So that to me, it would be interesting. So I don't know where I'll send this link to you, Brenda, and you could look near you. Let's see. What else do we got? We're not doing too bad today.
Nope.
See if FEMA did anything. Well, I guess they went to the meeting with the president, and well, they didn't publish a daily operations briefing, so we'll move on. The president's schedule today, 9 a.m. showing up for work. 10 a.m. he got his intelligence briefing. 11 a.m. the cabinet meeting. 4:30 this afternoon. From the Oval Office, Trump is going to make an announcement. Okay. No idea what that is, but that's at 4 o'clock. I'm sorry, 4:30. It'll be a little late, more than likely, but from the Oval Office, Trump will make an announcement. So, and then at 7, the president and first lady attend a screening of the film Melania. Have you seen that, Brenda?
No.
Yeah, it's her movie.
There's a movie?
Yeah, she had a whole movie come out. See if you can get your buddy that got the movies together.
Oh.
Yeah, message him.
Yeah.
I'm blocked. So, all right. So we'll look at the weather, and we'll see right now. Snow in Arkansas. That's not good for them. And rain in Mississippi and Louisiana, and down along the Gulf Coast, and then off the Floridian East Coast from about Jacksonville down to the Keys, some precipitation. Tomorrow is when it's going to get dicey. The bomb cyclone that's coming down pretty much over the Midwest is expected to meet somewhere over the South, depending on how far west it is as to how much snow the South will get. If it's too far to the west, then there's going to be a large amount of snow in the South and a torrential amount of snow and wind along the Carolina Chesapeake Bay coastline. And then as it spins out into a nor'easter up the coast. So wait and see. We're just waiting to see. So day 3 right now, they just have it listed as a mixed bag, pretty much from Maine, Boston, all the way down to, see, this is where I was talking about. The snow flurries or mixed precipitation as far south as Jacksonville. That is crazy. Crazy. Where they're worried about the most snowfall, well, if we zoom in here and we see, well, North Carolina, the east side of the Appalachia is going to be in the extreme zone. And you can see this is now stretched out as far south as, well, almost Jacksonville. So this is going to be a problem area we're going to have to keep an eye on. Tomorrow we'll know more. So, or Monday we'll definitely know how much came. So that's the way they do it, Brenda. I'll tell you on Monday. Currently in Sydney, you're at 22. It feels like 24. Melbourne, you're at 21, but it feels like 22. Brisbane, you are at 23, but it feels like 25. Perth, well, you're at 19, but it feels like 21. Adelaide, well, you get some warnings out, and it feels like 27. Hobart, well, it's 17. Canberra, you have some alerts as well, and it feels like 20. And Darwin, you're at 28, almost 29. So check with your Bureau of Meteorology, because there's 3 alerts in New South Wales, 1 in Victoria, 12 in Queensland, 4 in Western Australia, 7 in South Australia, 1 in Tasmania, 1 in the Australian Capital Territory, and 5 in the Northern Territory. So check with your Bureau of Meteorology. So, and here we go, Brenda. What's the first thing online with this one?
Gotta be Andy.
It's a test message from Montgomery County, Maryland. Andy is doing his alert. So
if Andy ever says he's not sending those test messages, he's a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
That's what Chris
That's right. Yes.
California, you have dense fog advisories Indiana, and Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, and Tennessee. You're already under the special weather statement for what's coming. Kentucky, they've already extended your cold weather advisory, but that's going to extend into Indiana as well. And, well, so wait a minute, that's a AN. What is AN? Oh, I'm trying to figure out the state is an AN, but that should be a VA. Storm watch down along the Chesapeake Bay up into the Chesapeake Bay Inlet. I'm trying to figure out why that doesn't say AN, but it's a storm watch on the Chesapeake Bay at the entrance there. They've got several gale warnings up and storm watches up. So Joe knows pony sleuthers when he sees them. Beach hazards. And we get into, here's where the real trouble is. North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, extreme cold watch. That's going to extend as a warning into Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Don't forget, though, some states already have the cold weather advisory out. Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan. Brenda, you in Louisiana have flood warnings. So,
All right.
yeah, winter storm watches are already going up the coastline. They'll be up there, and Andy won't be sending out test messages. He'll be sending out winter storm warnings here soon. So
One of these days, he's going to put on there, "Help me, it's Andy."
in the beaches, the beaches are going to get hammered. So yeah, let's look at this, see what it looks like. Let's refresh this a little bit here. And as you can tell, well, if it ever refreshes, how we doing? We got 15 minutes. Refresh. Come on.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. When you want something to work, it just doesn't work. All right, well, we'll move on if it's not going to work. All right, next. Let me refresh this one because I'm pretty sure there's more than that already.
Happy.
Well, this is the international one, but you can zoom out and see. This is from metroblue.com, and this is all the alerts currently in the world. I'm pretty sure there's more alerts than they're showing. We'll zoom along here. Let me refresh this. This is probably more like it for the National Weather Service. Oh, no, I don't want to do a state. I want to do how do I make the whole picture bigger? Let's see. Well, that kind of works. So we can see here, let me make the full screen. You can see here mostly from, well, the Canadian border all the way down the coastline, back along the Gulf of America to the panhandle of Texas and up to the Midwest is under some kind of warning. Of course, if you're in the north up there in Wisconsin, Michigan, the Dakotas, you're getting something up there at the Canadian border. But here's what they're worried about is right there along that east coast where this hurricane, well, a snow-a-cane, we'll call it a snow-a-cane is at. So, yeah, that's what they're worried about. I think I've got to have a better picture of this. I was really disappointed my other one didn't work. Yeah, there we go. Let's move on to the next one. Close. Let's look at temperatures. Where do you think is the coldest place in the country right now, Brenda?
I'm gonna guess Michigan.
Well, you're close. Minneapolis is 9.
Damn.
9.
9.
Cold 9. Atlanta's 44. If you want to get warm, you got to go down to the Keys, but it's only in the 60s down there. Amarillo 53. Odessa 59. The hot spot would probably be down at the Keys. Let's see what the temperature is down here. It is 64 at Key West right now. Sunny skies with a high of 68. Yeah, no chance of rain in the future. So that reminds me, I was hop over to our friends in Australia. Let me change this to, well, no, I want to keep this on Fahrenheit so I know. South Australia. Gosh, look at that, Brenda. It's in the high 90s. So hard to believe.
God.
We're freezing our cojones off here, and down there for our friends in Australia, you're looking at the 80s and 90s. Wow. Even in Tasmania, it's 60. Change this too. So, well, no, we're just gonna move on. So, I already gave the weather. 8 to 10 days. where is this 8 to 14 day outlook? Look here at the south, and from the northeast all the way down to the south, well, really to the Mississippi, that cold front is going to stay for about 10 days. No, thank you. So, yeah, we're expecting it for a couple days. Here's the current radar. You don't see any snow except for up there around Maine at the Canadian border, Montreal. There's some coming across. This is like a little clipper storm coming across from Missouri, St. Louis, Louisville, down into Knoxville, actually. And this high above it's going to push it further to the south, and it's going to whip around, and that is where it's going to generate all the snow. So where the bullseye will be, no one is exactly sure yet. So here we go. This is Ryan Halls. He's got a much better look at all the alerts, watches, and warnings from the coast up there, all the way down through to Florida and the Gulf of America. And then if you look at here, these are all the hurricane alerts, but they're not called hurricanes. They're called gale because we're not in hurricane season. So yeah, gale warnings. This will be equivalent to a type 2, level 2 hurricane. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be Snowicane. Yeah, looking here at our big beautiful globe, and we don't see much spinning around there at this present time, but when it comes down and hits somewhere on the northeast coast is where they're expecting it to do the bullseye. Looking down under and see if there's any circulation or rotation. No, it looks like Australia is not having a very breezy day at all. So, all right. And what else do we have here? This snow information. This isn't really up to date. This is only counting snow that's potentially on the ground, which is off because Atlanta doesn't have any snow on the ground. The mountains do, but Atlanta doesn't. So looking at earthquakes, let's see. This one was up in Montana 1 hour ago. That's the most recent in the lower 48. Don't see anything over here. I'm closing these windows so it picks up speed. Most recent earthquake was, come on, work with me. The most recent earthquake was, all right, well, it's not going to tell me. She's going to show me a picture. Well, for the lower 48, it would be Montana. So, and that was 1 hour ago. All right. And yeah, that's that. And we're moving right along here. That's the same thing. There's no tsunami warnings or watches currently, Brenda. So, you still with me, or are you falling out on me?
I am here.
Okay. I was worried you were going to die there for a minute. So,
nope.
We're going to call Jack and tell him, turn the camera back on. I need to watch this. So,
no dying allowed.
Yeah, there you go. And we've talked about weather. We're bored with weather. Let's go. What do we want to do? Let's look at planes real quick before we get out of here. And man, that is a lot of military aircraft up right now. And that one's coming from Spain, going over to Cuba. Wonder how many of these outbound flights are going to take people home, so to speak. This one's that's just a tanker. There's a lot of training down here during this snow. So
our yard people are here. I hear them outside.
Well, that's a tanker right there. So that tells me that somewhere in the vicinity, there's about 30 fighter planes off of the coast of Florida. And that's T-38. They're just doing some training. They usually come up out of Jacksonville or not Jacksonville. What's the other one? Down there in Panama City. They come out of there a lot. I'm just looking to see if there's anything interesting. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see P-8s along the coastline, do we? Yeah, nope, that's the tanker. So that's the trainers. Go up the coast. There's probably going to be some storm watchers coming in. That's interesting. It's coming out of Maryland. It looks like it's turning around and going back. Team 64, whatever that is. It's been very busy today. Ooh. Team 64, it came out of It came out of Jersey. It looks like it went down along the coastline. Did a little beeline down in the Gulf. No, not even in the Gulf, off the coast of Charleston, and then back up and over to Roanoke. I wonder if that's a weather plane.
I don't know, maybe.
That's kind of, because that's kind of where that front would be. So, I don't know. So, all right. What's KG says? I just checked an ice tracker site and clicked on activity alert closest to me. And stated from last summer. Yeah, I can't find one. If anybody knows one, like I said, let me know. For educational purposes, I'll put it on. And I'm not encouraging anyone, if they want to call the number and report that maybe there's some ICE agents at a biker bar or maybe a strip club. I'm not telling anyone to call and make any type of erroneous reports. I'm just curious where they are and a number to call if I see one. I'll be telling them they're at the biker bar. So
what the hell are you saying?
I am not trying to incite any type of protest, Brenda, but if someone was to call and report them at an erroneous location by mistake, and they were to say show up at a biker bar to protest ICE who wasn't there, I'm not trying to incite anything. I'm just telling everybody, use your freedom of speech. If you happen to see him at a biker bar or a known rough establishment, make sure to let the protesters know. So
okay. Well, they don't need to be in a bar while they're working anyways.
They go everywhere. All right, let's get out of here. You got anything coming up, Brenda?
I'm trying to get something for tomorrow night. I'm working on intro music though. But we're thinking about doing a show Friday or Saturday, because Chad's in California right now.
Is Chad doing any investigation into the Kennedy stuff? You've already had that show, haven't you?
No. It is on the list, though.
Okay. Well, I know a guy. Let's see. Yeah, I know a guy. I don't have anything planned. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time, 2:00 Eastern till 4, and then there's no football on this weekend, so I'm going to be incredibly bored. I got to find something. Sometimes there's March Madness yet, so I guess I'll
keep my messenger on, because I know you'll be messaging me. What are you doing? I'm bored.
Yeah, well, I'm always looking for stuff for the show. And that reminds me, if anybody has anything they want to send, you can look in the show notes to find out how to get in touch with me or Brenda. We would be more than glad if you got tips or anything you want to just present to us. I'll try and go to Monica's page and grab a picture. I told her I would of the snow. Or you can find me on X at Sportcat, or Sportcat Medic on Facebook. And as always, if you want to come over to Facebook and find the Sportcat Daily Gazette, it's a group where basically I'm the only one posting news stories and things of interest out there. So and Chris says he will make sure to bother you during your show, Brenda. So there you go. Chris is never a bother. So all right, well, we're gonna get out of here on time for once, so that's a perk. So we haven't done that in a while, so we'll get out of here. We want to thank Monster Mike for our outro song. Chris, me and you are gonna have to talk basketball, I guess. Good Lord, it's gonna be a boring few months. And when you and KG are ready, spring training in Tampa. Not this weekend. It's snowing there, though.
Bye, everybody. Glenn, shut up. Play the song.
Shut up, Brenda. Let me do my job. I'm a boss job. Everybody have a great day. Great night. We'll see you soon. Whether on the scroll from Greenland to the galaxy, they've got every goal. Laugh at fear, let the world do its thing. Sportcat's Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcat's Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end
end of the day.